I can hear me. Can I hear anything else? Is the question. What about this? I can hear me. Can I hear anything else? Okay. I can hear me, but I can't hear anything else. Don't need that. That's commercials. To-do. I don't like this because can't. I can hear me, but I can't hear anything else. Okay, I can hear me. That's fine. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Cordell Blue Devil Baseball. We're at the Hobart Wooden Bat Tournament. Cordell gets to play Hobart here on the first afternoon right here. They're having a good outing. Somebody came up and asked me a while ago and said, "What color is Cordell?" I said, "They're blue and white." And just kind of like Hobart, but they're gold and white. And Hobart wears her white uniforms with blue letters on it. Cordell has their white uniforms with blue letters on it. The key difference is Hobart has their gold baseball hats on with an H on them. So that's why we're underway here where we're at, and it's looking good. First batter for the Cordell Blue Devils will be Cameron Rivera. He will be your catcher for Cordell. He's done a good job so far. And the scoreboard might be on, but I can't read it right here. 3 balls and 1 strike to Cameron Rivera. And we are getting this game underway. This is the 4th game of the day. Oh, Cameron's going to take a walk right there. Walks down on the first base. Base on balls for Cameron Rivera to start this off right here. This is a rematch of the Monday games. Hobart came to Cordell on Monday, had a good ball game up there. A little more wind up there at Cordell on Monday than there is here today. The flag's out in center field, still has a little breeze to it, but it's a pretty nice day. But the breeze is out of the north today, kind of blowing in from this field faces the northeast. That ball's a little high and inside to Danny Schmidt, number 2 in your roster. He'll be playing center field on defense. So Danny Schmidt's in here with a runner on first base, and a little bit of a breeze blowing in as this field faces the northeast. There's a well-hit ball, left field, foul ball. He got a good bat on that, turned on it real well, and said, well, I see where that baseline goes, and I'm going to be about 8 or 10 foot left of it, which is foul ball for a strike. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Danny Schmidt. And as we get ready, Cameron Rivera takes a pretty good lead off of first base. They're going to throw back over to first. That's why I said it. I guess they're listening in also. So you got to keep him close just in case, because this kid's got wheels. He's a good athlete for the Cordell Blue Devils, and he's a threat to steal any chance you get him right here. So there's a line drive to the shortstop. The shortstop misses it. It goes on into center field. Grounder. Cameron Rivera will make it to third as he slides in there. They throw to third trying to get him after he slid in there. But he'll stay right there. And let's see, Danny Schmidt's going to stay on first. Danny Schmidt gets a hit into center field, so he'll get that. So you got runners on the corners for the Blue Devils, first and third right here starting off for the Cordell Blue Devils. Good start right here in this tournament. This is the Hobart Wooden Bat Tournament, and we've got some pretty good teams in here. We've already seen, I saw part of the game before this one. That one's way inside, and Danny Schmidt steals second base, no problem. And he said that I'm going to stay right there. That's a stolen base right there for Danny Schmidt. So Blaine Larson is your batter, number 3 right here. Blaine Larson steps in here. And Blaine Larson is your batter with no problem here. Steps into this one. He's looking at runners on second and third. He kind of leaned into that one. He said, I kind of like that one, but I was told not to swing at that one. So should be 2-1, 2 balls and 1 strike, I believe. So Blaine looks at that one, reaches in there, takes a good cut at that one. Got a piece of it, but when you have to reach for him, it's kind of out of your normal stance and normal swing right there. So he kind of leaned into that one and kind of was over the top of it. So it bounced off. 1 ball and 2 strikes is the count right here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. So he had to lean into that one, and it will be a strike. Now you got to be a little more careful. That was a little high and inside right there. So Blaine watched that one. Let's see, Blaine Larson is your batter. Shane Perkins on deck, and Danny Corbin in the hole for the Cordell Blue Devils. Getting this thing going right here. I'll run you down some of the games we've had earlier today. Like I said, I think they started about noon today. There's a swing and a miss. Did he get a piece of it? He got a piece of it right there because that was a little on the inside corner and more of a protective swing, but he got a piece of it, so that is a foul tip right here. So we're doing good right here. So it is 2-2 right here. 2 on right here. Watch that one in there for a call, strike 3. So Blaine Larson will get called out on strikes. Okay. Out number 1. Okay. So next batter, like I said, is Shane Perkins. Shane Perkins wears number 15. He'll be your third baseman. There's a throw over to third to keep Cameron very close. And he'll be back no problem. Danny Schmidt's taking a good lead off a second just to stay close right there. Oh, there's a swing and a miss. That was a changeup pitch right there. I give the pitcher right here for Hobart, number 24. Let's see. It's probably Jones. I'm not sure. No, it's Cole. Number 24 is Cole. That one's outside. But Cole had a little changeup. He's been throwing, let's say he's throwing 80 to 85. That one pitch that came in there, it was dragging its heels, pushing it at 65 if he was in that one. So that was a little bit of a changeup earlier. The next pitch was outside. So come back in here. Oh, hit by a pitch. Shane Perkins will take a base. He'll be down on first. You got bases loaded for the Cordell Blue Devils. Shane Perkins on first, Danny Schmidt on second, Cameron Rivera on third. This will bring up Danny Corbin. Danny Corbin steps up here. Hope you've seen the poster they put out for your spring sports right here. He's highlighted in the track end of it because he's got wheels. He's got speed. That one bounces into the ground, comes into the dirt. Ball 1 to Danny Corbin. Wears number 4 on his jersey. He'll be pitching for the Cordell Blue Devils when they go to the field right here and stuff. So as we look at that, we will have bases loaded with 1 away here in the top of the first inning here at the Hobart Wooden Bat Tournament. And that's a well-hit ball between short and third. 1 run will score, and Cordell scores a run. Bases remain loaded. It's 1-0, Cordell on top. Danny Schmidt goes down to third. Shane Perkins up to second. Danny Corbin gets a hit into 7. He'll be at first. Brings up J.D. J.D. Maddox for the Cordell Blue Devils will be your batter. And as J.D. gets ready for his first pitch, it's a 1-0 lead for the Cordell Blue Devils. That one's a little bit high on the inside. You got to kind of back out of that one and make sure you're not going to be part of the problem. That's what the other cord is. Okay. I knew I had one more cord I was looking for, and I'll find that here in just a second because I didn't see where it's hooked up. Oh, I had to reach at that one. JD said, I like this one. I'll reach in here and take a swing at that and go from that end of it. So We got one more chord I got to find to get all this going where I want it to. And it'll be Cordell leading 1-0 with JD the batter. That one's a little bit outside. So we're going to stay right there. 2-0 right here. 2 balls and no strikes with 1 away here in the top of the first inning here at the Cordell at the Hobart Wooden Bat Tournament. And we'll get down here and I'll tell you who the other teams are in this Wooden Bat Tournament. This is a Thursday, Friday, Saturday tournament. And starting off today, we had a Hollis and Elk City JV at 12:10. Cash JV and Elmore City played the second game. And this is Hobart and Cordell. The next game will feature the winner of this game against Hydro. There's a base on balls for JD. JD said, I'll take that one. I'd rather hit the ball. This lets Danny Schmidt walk in from third. Shane Perkins will move down to third. And Danny Corbin moves from first to second. And JD will be down at first base. Brings up Caden Rivera, number 17. He is your first baseman. And if I'm not pronouncing his name right, that's what it looks like on the books. I'm going to be worse on the Hobart players because Hobart didn't put first names on their roster. And I can read most of the names on their batting order, but not all of them. That one's a line drive right back at the pitcher. Second baseman couldn't pick it up, so 1 run will score, 2 runs will score, and everybody's safe. Everybody is safe. So Shane Perkins scores easily from third. Danny Corbin said, I'm going for it, and he nosedives into home. He slides into home. JD gets from first all the way down to third. He's nosedive into third base, and Caden, he's going to stay at first. He wisely said, well, I've got a nice hit into center field. I'm going to stay at first. He gets 2 RBIs out of it. So it's a 4-0 lead for the Cordell Blue Devils over the Hobart Bearcats. Brings up Blaine Miller. Oh, there's a reach for that one. It goes into the right field. 1 run will score, and it rolls into center field. And that was a nice, easy hit by Blaine Miller. He kind of reached for it, and he gets a hit into center field. And he'll stay down at first base. And J.D. Maddox scores easily from third. And Caden Rivera goes down to third. So you got runners on the corner still here for the Cordell Blue Devils. Brings up Scout. Scout Reguer for the Cordell Blue Devils steps in here. The 9th man in the order. You can bat around right here. There's a little stutter step, fake what I'm doing, and throw toward first to keep everybody safe right here. You're not going to get a lot of you're not supposed to catch. If you're a good base runner, you're not going to get caught off base on that move right there. So the base runner for Cordell needed a belt right there. He broke a belt as he slid back into first base. So they're getting him a little equipment change right there. But like I said, we've had some good ball games already today. And the winner of this game will play the 6:30 game is what it's scheduled for against Hydro. And like I was saying earlier, the Hobart Bearcats and Cordell played at Cordell on Monday, I believe it was, yeah. And that game was originally scheduled for Hobart. Then they moved it to Cordell, and then they moved it from the 4 o'clock game to the 6:30 game. And I got out there and saw part of that one where Hobart won that one 5-3. So there's a stolen base for the Cordell Blue Devils. And no problem there. Kind of a little fake right there. Blaine Miller was on first. He easily goes down to second. They throw to the second baseman. He came in on the grass as a cutoff man, and they threw it to him trying to catch Caden Rivera trying to steal from third to home. He's going to pop that one up. It's pretty high. There's 3 of them calling it. The pitcher calls it, comes in, and does not make the catch right here. You can lose it in the sun. That's easily done. It's high. And like I said, there's a little bit of a breeze. But you got bases loaded again. Scout Reguer gets a hit. We might call that an error right there, but Scout Reguer will get down at first. Blaine Miller at second. Caden Rivera at third. Top of the order again. Cameron Rivera comes to the plate. And line drive to the shortstop. Do they get one? Do they get one? They get the force at second right there. So they're going to force Scout out down at second. So Scout gets out number 2 as he got forced out at second on a fielder's choice right there down at second. But that keeps Blaine all the way down to third. Caden Rivera gets to score. And then Cameron Rivera, he'll be down at first base. Brink should have Danny Schmidt in here. So hit to 1. And so this will be Danny Schmidt batting for the Cordell Blue Devils. He got a hit into center field, his first at bat in the first part of this inning. He was the second batter there. He got a steal right here. Ball was a little bit high, and there's not even going to challenge that one. Cameron Rivera, good wheels right there, and he gets on down to second base without an issue. So Danny Schmidt is your batter. Blaine Larson on deck. 1 ball and 1 strike to Danny Schmidt. Danny is ready for this one, and so he gets there. He looks at the runner. The pitcher looks at the runners at second and third, and it's away as off as a ball right there is off on the right side. Batter standing on the left side on the northwest side, and the ball was on the southeast corner, so pitching away from him. If he's going to do anything, he's got to reach for that one. So good effort. You're not going to reach that far, hopefully. So runners on second and third for the Cordell Blue. There's a line hit into left field. Back over the left fielder. 1 run in, 2 runs in, and all the way down to second base. Will stay right there. So Danny Schmidt, well hit ball down to left field over the left fielder's head. He'll get a double out of it. Cameron Rivera will score easily from second. Blaine Miller scores from third with no problem. So with 2 away, brings up Blaine Larson for the Cordell Blue Devils. Blaine Larson, his second at bat this inning right here. And that one's high and inside again right here. I'm going to have to count up all these runs Cordell has made right here. They've batted through the order with 2 outs, with 9, 10, 11. Should have 8 runs in with 1 runner still on base out here. So 8 runs in for the Cordell Blue Devils here in the top of the first inning. And that one's a little bit high for 2 balls and no strikes to Blaine Larson. Blaine stands in here, steps out, takes a little breather. Seen Grandma here a while ago, so I'm sure seen some more family members here. So nice to have a few people here from Cordell watching his Thursday afternoon ball game. Oh, he kind of squatted looking at that one, wanted that one, but I think it's a little bit outside. 3 balls and no strikes right here to Blaine Larson. On deck is Shane Perkins with Danny Corbin in the hole for the Cordell Blue Devils. So Blaine Larson, 3-0 right here. You're not going to get a green light just because you're ahead in the count. You got to be smart about that one. So, like I said, he did not take that one. That was probably from a vantage point, not being the batter, looked like that was a good pitch right down the middle. But he was on a take all the way. If you can walk, that's fine. And you got a runner on second base in a scoring opportunity if you can get a well-hit ball for Larson, who chops that one. It under it a little bit. Left field calls it. Shortstop is out there and got it. And Blaine Larson will fly out to the shortstop for out number 3 here as we're in the first inning of this first ball game right here. And I would say we're going to take a commercial break, but I don't have any commercials up yet. So we'll see if we can get that to get started. So they said we're up and running, but I got no commercials right here. So I could be your commercial individual. How's that? Well, that'd be exciting, wouldn't it? So I'll get my bag and do a little more looking. My tech person is traveling today en route. Maybe not here to the ball game, but he is en route somewhere. So it's what happens. You let these people have a vacation. They say, I kind of like vacations, and they'll take an extra one. So key word is don't ever take a vacation. Otherwise, you lose your tech support from top to bottom, and then you're stuck with me the entire time. So, but that's okay. If I can find that other cord, we'll hook that other one up and see what we've got, but I don't know if I'll find it. But I got a little reminder right here of some of the other events going on. We got a soccer match going on at Cordell today, and Cindy Banks is supposed to be there and giving me an update from that. If I get an update from that, then I can give you a little update and tell you what's going on there. I don't find a cord there, so we'll look in another place. But we've got soccer going on. We've got, this time of year we get really busy, and the Beacon has put out a really nice poster covering all the spring sports. So if you don't have one, go by the Beacon office and pick one up, because we've got, like I said, we got this and soccer going on today on Thursday. On Friday, you got track at Sweetwater and golf at Weatherford. And then Monday, baseball will be, Sayre comes to town for Cordell, so Cordell's going to play baseball. They're going to get Sunday off. They're going to play Thursday, Friday, and Saturday in my book right here. And then they'll play Sayre on Monday. Junior high will travel to Sayre on Monday, so you got your choice of being here or there. And so get out and support them and enjoy these. Tell your sponsors thank you for making this all possible. Then I did see a deal where Mike's Meats, who's one of our loyal sponsors, they've got beef jerky on sale this week. So go by and get some beef jerky from Mike's Meats. I've had some of that and tried it. It's pretty good stuff right there. So you got to tell them thank you for that. And then I know there's 2 or 3 groups going around selling opportunities for some meat packages and meat deals and stuff through one of these softball teams they've got. You can get 3 tickets for $20. Another one, I think one of the, where did I see the other deal? There's another package deal, a fundraiser by the firemen are doing, and then there's a well-hit ball into center field. That's a line shot by the Cordell Blue Devils. Going to turn 2, trying to run and get, nope, going to run back now. So JD, okay. Is that number, okay. Anyway, number 4 steps up here. That'll be Shane Perkins was the batter. He got a line shot into, oh, I'm sorry. That's Hobart batting right now. I've got to get on the right page right here. That'd be Sheburn. I don't have a first name on it, but he gets a hit into center field and gets down to first. And okay, he got on down to second on that first pitch right there. So Shelburne will be down at first. This brings up Bynum for the Hobart Bearcats. He squares for the bunt and pulls it back. Number 4, Bynum, he is your first baseman, and he squares for that one, and he will look at that, and it will be we're going to steal third now too, so pulls it back. There's nobody on third base, so Shelburne steals third. The third baseman cheated in because Bynum kind of acted like he was going to bunt, so the third baseman came all the way and halfway in on the grass, so there's nobody covering third base. So Shelburne easily stole third, so he gets 2 stolen bases out of that one for the Hobart Bearcats. So Hobart has runner in scoring position, and their second batter is at the plate. Bynum, he'll take a base on balls, and he'll go down to first base for the Hobart Bearcats. Brings up Jones. Can't tell you who it is. It's number 9 on his jersey, and maybe he's a courtesy batter or something because I didn't have a position on his sheet right there. Because I got number 9. And I don't know why I don't have anything else on it. So line shot to the third baseman, throw to first is in time, and gets Jones out on a 5-3 right there as he grounds out to the third baseman. Nice throw from third to first, and that's out number 1, but 1 run will score. Shelburne will score easily, and then Bynum easily goes down to second. And so Jarvis is your batter. Jarvis is, where's number 1? He's your center fielder. and he takes the first pitch a little bit high right here. Coach Blackburn's out moving his outfield around a little bit. Want them in a better position right here. Corbin on the mound for the Blue Devils. The throw a little bit outside, no problem, for a ball. 2-0 right here, I believe, is the count. And Jones is your deal. Cindy Banks, middle of the first half. First half tied at 1-1. Thank you, Cindy Banks. I appreciate that one. And good job there. Tied 1-1. The soccer match with, who did I say it was? Heritage Hall? It's not Heritage Hall. Anyway, the soccer match is at Cordell today. I've got one of those big posters. There's a line shot right to. Oh, did they get him? Did they get him? Did they get him? Yes. Good double play ball by the Cordell Blue Devils. Line shot to Larson. He was playing, well, he's a shortstop, but he was playing just a little bit left to center right there. Got that pass through it to the second baseman, and he tackled the base runner and kept him down. So 1 run in for the Hobart Bearcats, and this will be back to the Cordell Blue Devils. We're going to have to, still don't have any commercials up, so you're going to have to put up with me for a while. But I figured out what chord I'm missing. No problem. Anyway, the Hobart Bearcats score 1. Jarvis gets fly out to short for out number 2. Then the throw to second base gets Bynum, and not on a fielder's choice, and that's out number 3. So 1 run in for Hobart in the first inning, and that makes the score Cordell. Like I said, I got to count that up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 runs is what I got right here. 7 runs in for the Cordell Blue Devils, and left 2 on the base. Okay. 7-1 after the first inning for the Cordell Blue Devils and the Hobart Bearcats here at the Wooden Bat Tournament for the Hobart Bearcats here at Hobart. And that's, you go to a lot of these ball games and you see aluminum bats everywhere, and the aluminum bat makes a different sound than your wooden bat. And traditionally you sit here and go, well, it's a wooden bat tournament. You got to be able to bat well, not anymore. It tells you my age right there. If I grew up with a wooden bat, then most people have gone to the aluminum bat, and they may cost a little bit more or whatever, I don't know, but it'll be, that pitch is inside to number 15, Shane Perkins, for the Cordell Blue Devils. So, but there's a different feel to it. I mean, you swing it the same. Bat's the same shape, same weight, same size, but when you connect with a ball, it feels just a little different. You may get a little more yardage out of an aluminum bat. That's a foul ball back to the screen, and didn't even hit the Cordell bus right here behind the enclosure, the backstop, and so didn't hit my pickup either, which is out a little bit further out. So Shane Perkins is in here and watches another pitch in, a little down and away right there on that one. Should bring 2-1 right here is the count, I believe, to Shane Perkins. Danny Corbin is on deck for the Cordell Blue. Oh, that's a well-hit ball into center field. Left fielder comes over, makes the catch. So Shane Perkins will fly out to center field on that. That's a well-hit ball, too. So for out number 1 here in the second inning. Shane Perkins, good cut at that one. I mean, he smoked it. If the fence is, 350, it's about the 305 mark, 305 mark. So it was a well-hit ball. And like I said, the feel of the bat, you got to hit it a little bit harder to get it the same distance as with an aluminum bat. And just the construction and makeup composition of the bat makes all the difference in the world. That one is into Corbin, and it'll be it rolls across the plate, so that'll be a ball. So he steps back in here, ready for another pitch right here. And it'll be high. We'll see if we can get those going now. Just for the heck of it. May not, I don't know. And Danny Corbin is your batter. High again, ball 4. Base on balls for Danny Corbin. And you're going to see this kid, he's got wheels. He don't like to stay on first base. Brings up J.D. Maddox for the Cordell Blue Devils. J.D. steps in here for the Cordell Blue Devils with a runner on first base in J.D. Maddox. And on deck is, they're going to throw, they heard me. They threw back over to first base to keep Danny Corbin close because, like I said, he don't like to stay on first. And it will be, he'll take a good lead off. He's going to take another step right there. And you got to love that J.D., he's not supposed to hit. And you can tell by the way he was standing, he was not going to move and choked up pretty good on the bat right there. So they're going to try to keep that one a little bit high. Should be 2-1 right there, or 2-0 to J.D. Going to let him work. And they're playing cat and mouse with Danny Corbin big time. Danny's over there off of first base taking his next half-step lead. Now he's going. The catcher got a little excited and lost the grip on the ball. So when he comes up to pull the ball out of the glove and throw it, there's no ball in his hand. So J.D. has a runner in scoring position, and Danny Corbin gets a stolen base right there. So he goes down to second. That pitch floated in there a little bit for a ball. Should be 3-1, 3-0. We'll see what the official says. And the scoreboard is, I can't read the scoreboard. The way the sunlight is on it is just a little bit extra. There's four balls, and so J.D. will take a base on balls. He'll go down to first base. Danny Corbin on second base. Brings up Caden Rivera for the Cordell Blue Devils. He's your first baseman. They're going to have a meeting at the mound right there, so the coach is going to talk to them about it just a little bit, figure out what they're doing, because whatever it is, it's not working in Hobart's favor right here at this time. So a little meeting on the mound, and they're getting that lined out right here. And, now we got commercials, don't we? Okay. Let's see if we can get one space bar to play. Okay. And it says, I don't know if it's playing or not. And I can't tell. Just take my word for it, it's probably me. And meeting's over at the mound right here. Like I said, this action will be here for the Thursday, Friday, Saturday here at the Wooden Bat Tournament. And should be a good tournament. I know we're going to get to bring you today's games. I don't know if we get to bring any more or not. Got my helper's on the road. He's traveling, so we'll see how that works. And it'll be a interesting event right here. And so I know we can bring you today's game. We don't get to do a lot of these games, but we can bring you some of them, and so we'll just see how many we can get in right here for the season this year. And you got to tell your sponsors thank you, because to get to bring you these ball games, sometimes they run a little bit longer than your basketball games, and usually you can get your boys and girls basketball and football games run pretty good length of time right here. But we know it's only one game a week, where baseball you can get into anywhere from 3 to 5 games a week opportunity. And it'll be base on balls, number 17, Caden Rivera, base on balls. That moves Danny Corbin down to third base, J.D. Maddox to second base, and Caden Rivera will go to first. Brings up Blaine Miller for the Cordell Blue Devils. Blaine steps in here, wears number 7 on his jersey. He's your second baseman. And that first pitch to him is outside, or low and away, whatever you want to call it. Being a right-handed batter, he stands on the left side of the plate. And on this deal, it's on the northwest side of the plate. and the ball is over the southeast corner, not even over the corner. That one got the corner. He got a piece of that one. Foul ball back to the screen right there. Good cut at that one for Blaine Miller. Then Scout Rigueur will be on deck, and then you go back to the top of the order with Cameron Rivera. So as we do that, we'll go down here to the throw over to first base. They're still working on Danny Corbin. He was over at first base. He's got that uniform dirty, Mama, so you're going to have to be washing that uniform tonight. And that's just, you're going to pick on Danny. You know that he's got wheels. You know he's going to be running, and you're going to try to keep him close. He's got to get back to third base again. And they stay, when you're a base runner like that, you stay left of the stripe right there, so you're in foul ball territory. So you're in foul territory if anything happens. That's low and away again. I don't even need to clean the plate off to see that one. 3-1's the count right here to Blaine Miller. Blaine will step back in there. He's got ducks on the pond, got all bases loaded, opportunity here, and that's a call strike. But I guarantee that's what he was told to do. Take this pitch, because if they walk you, you still get an RBI out of it. Scout Rigueur's here. And if you're a batter, you're going, oh, let me swing away, coach. Let me swing away. There's a line shot to the shortstop. Misses the ball. So there's 1 run in. Here's 2 runs in. And the throw toward home is not going to be in time. Good job there. So, J.D. Maddox comes in and scores. Danny Corbin comes in and scores. Gotta love it. J.D. came in, he slid in, and he pumped up and jumped up, and he was looking for the camera. He was grinning, charming for the camera right there. So you got to give Blaine Miller a good hit into center field right there. Caden Rivera got down to second, and so Blaine Miller's at first. So the Cordell Blue Devils have put 2 more runs on the board. It should be 9-1 right here. And there's first pitch into Scout. Big Scout Rigueur right here was outside for ball 1. So Scout Rigueur was watching that pitch, no problem. So not a big deal there. Next one, that one's a little bit inside, unless it's over the plate and low. Said nope, call timeout. Timeout on the field right here. They're going to have a pitching change right here. So we're going to see if we can go to commercial down here and do that. So we'll go with that and see if that's going to happen. There it is. We might have commercials playing.
Starts here.
Welcome back to the ballpark here at Hobart, Oklahoma. The Cordell Blue Devils in here. had a pitching change for the Hobart Bearcats. And like I said, I don't have a roster for Hobart. I got a batting order, but that doesn't help me here. There's a hit into right field, foul territory. It'll drop foul right there. Big Scout got a lot of that one. If the fence is at 300, that dropped about 370, 375. So good cut at that one, Scout. A little breeze out of the north might have pushed it a little bit more out of bounds, but Scout has a full count on him. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Scout Reguer. Runners on first and second. And Scout Reguer will take a base on balls. Base on balls. Bases are now loaded right here. Blaine Miller goes up to second base. Caden Rivera goes over to third. And Cameron Rivera, your leadoff batter, is the batter. So Cameron, bases loaded. Time to do so. Oh, he gets a good hit over the second baseman into shallow right field. 1 run in, and we're going to hold up right there. So 1 run in, brought little brother in. Caden Rivera gets to score. Blaine Miller goes to third. Scout Reguer up to second. And Cameron Rivera gets a hit into right field. So he's at first for the Cordell Blue Devils. This will be Danny Schmidt comes to the plate for the Cordell Blue Devils. Danny Schmidt looks at his first one, and I thought it was a little bit high. I haven't seen the signal as to what it is. Like I said, the scoreboard doesn't show it. So that one's low and away. So it should be 2-0 right here to Danny Schmidt for the Cordell Blue Devils with bases loaded and 1 out. Yeah, bases loaded, 1 out. That one's a little bit inside. Bounces around, goes all the way over to the dugout for the Cordell Blue Devils. So this will be Danny Schmidt. 2 balls and 1 strike is the count to Danny Schmidt. Blaine Larson on deck right here as he gets ready for the. Oh, that's a well hit to the shortstop. Went right between his legs right here. And so you're going to get 1 run in, 2 runs in right here. 2 runs in and 2 advancements right here. So Blaine Miller scored easily. Scout Reguer went and scored. Cameron Rivera goes down to third. Danny Schmidt got the hit into right field. So he'll be at first and third. Here's your count. Runners on the corners for the Cordell Blue Devils again with only 1 away. Blaine Larson, the batter. Blaine, opportunity right here. High. Pitches high. Will not. He could have reached up and swung at that one, but it'd be like swinging at trying to kill a fly above your head right here. So not going to happen. And the thrower first. Oh, might catch him right here. That one throw was a little bit high right there. Oh my goodness. Danny Schmidt started to go, and the pitcher threw over to first, and could have had him in a rundown. The first baseman throws pretty high, and the shortstop comes over to make the catch. He had to go airborne to shag that catch in, and so Danny Schmidt had already slid into second whenever the potential tagger lands, and so you got runners on second and third for the Cordell Blue Devils here in a good scoring situation for Blaine Larson. Blaine, don't get greedy. Take a good pitch right here. And I think the scoreboard says 13-1. Strike 2. So Blaine Larson, just make sure it's a good one. And now I can start to read the scoreboard a little bit with 1 away. 2 and 1, 2 and 2 now. So Blaine Larson, that's a little bit high. Way to watch it in there. So 3 and 1 is the count to Blaine Larson. I think the scoreboard says 13-1 on the scoreboard, and we are in the second inning right here. So finally we can start to read the scoreboard just a little bit. That one's the inside. Ball 4. Take your bases. Bases loaded again. Blaine Larson goes down to first base. You got Danny Schmidt sitting on second base. Cameron Rivera sitting on third. Your first three in the batting order are on base. Now it's time for Shane Perkins to do a job right here, Shane. Opportunity is knocking right here. That one's high inside, so you better take that one for ball one. Shane Perkins has been hit by a pitch and flew out to center field. So Shane can put the bat on the ball right here. And good cut at that one. Got a foul tip piece of that one. So it's a nice lead for Cordell at 13-1 right here in the second inning. So 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike is the count to Shane Perkins. Shane stands in here, got a good grip on this wooden bat. That one's low and away for 2 balls and 1 strike. Checks down with Coach Blackburn the signal on that end of it to see what the count is. So Shane Perkins stands here and waits for the pitch. There's over the shortstop into shallow center field. 1 run will score, and we're going to hold up right there. So good job right there. Cameron Rivera will score easily. Danny Schmidt was a little bit slow to take off from second, so Bobby holds him up there. Blaine Larson will be down to so Danny Schmidt goes to third. Blaine Larson goes to second, and Shane Perkins with his hit will be at first. Bases loaded still for Danny Corbin. Danny's pitching. Oh, that was high and inside. That was above his head right there. High and inside for Danny Corbin. This is a pitcher's dream right here. I mean, you've got the lead. You've got the credit for the deal. And do you want to take advantage of this one? There's a stepped off the rubber, went back through to the shortstop on the shortstop side of second base, which was nowhere near the runner or the bag. So it was kind of I'm going to throw anyway since I've stepped off here just to measure it. Danny Corbin takes a good cut at that one, fouls it back to the screen. Coach Blackburn claps a little bit, said, you know what you need, just take your time, wait for your pitch. You get a little greedy. I'm sitting up here, not even on the field, and you get a little greedy going, opportunity right here, what are we doing? So there's the pitch. There's to the first base side, and the second baseman can't handle it. 1 run in. Bases remain loaded right here. So Danny Schmidt will score from third. Blaine Larson goes down to third. Shane Perkins goes up to second, and Danny Corbin gets down to first base. We'll get that a hit, so he gets an RBI, advances the runner, and here comes JD. JD, strike 1. This is JD's second bat in this inning right here. Shane batted twice this inning. Danny Corbin twice this inning. This will be JD's second bat this inning. So opportunity is here for the Cordell Blue Devils. Strike 2. Okay, getting them pitches in there, JD. Got to be a good pitch now, so you got to be aware of where you're at and what you're doing on this one. So JD, be the man right here. As he gets ready, got a good grip, checking it out, waiting for it. That one was away. It was off to the right side, away off the plate. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes is the count. Sorry about that one. JD is your batter. 1 ball and 2 strikes to him. That's away also. 2-2 is the count right here to JD. Brings up Caden Rivera next, and Blaine Miller on deck in the hole for the Cordell Blue Devils. So JD, make sure it's a good pitch. Put the bat on the ball somewhere. And really, you're wide open. There it goes over the second baseman's head into shallow right field. It's going to go to the fence. 1 run in, 2 runs in, and hold up there. Okay, good job there. JD did it right there. Good job. He gets a hit into right field. He'll get a double out of that. He goes down to second. Danny Corbin goes from first down to third. Coach holds him up there. Shane Perkins will score easily from second base, and Blaine Larson scores easily from third. So 2 on for the Cordell Blue Devils. 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. And this brings up Caden Rivera. Mama Rivera's down here watching, so she's keeping the books too. So you know that she's enjoying the heck out of this one. Got A couple of our boys out here playing, and Cordell's leading right here in this wooden bat tournament. And it turned off really nice. The flag out in center field is hanging straight down, and so it's nice weather. You can go to the soccer match at Cordell or come down here to the baseball game at Hobart and enjoy both of these. Either way, that's foul ball, right side, foul ball. Good cut at that one. Caden Rivera said, Coach, I'm sorry I didn't keep it in play. It's okay. You got your bat on the ball, and that's a good start right here. Just line it out a little bit better. So that tells you he's a little bit behind on the pitch, but the pitch might have been a little bit faster than he anticipated. If it was slower, he would have kept it in the field of play. Oh, swing and a miss on that one, so that's okay. Goes down the swing. That's out number 2 here in this second inning. Brings up Blaine Miller for the Cordell Blue Devils. He is your second baseman. Blaine Miller, the batter. You got runners on second and third for the Cordell Blue Devils. Foul ball right side goes to the screen. Comes back and lands with no problem. So as we do that, we're ready for the next one right here. And Blaine Miller is your batter. Scout Regier on deck. So next pitch. Oh, outside. Just off the plate right there. I'm sitting not straight behind home plate, but you can tell. You don't even have to sweep it off. The umpire's got a little broom so he can dust it off every now and then, and he does do a good job. So that one was a call strike. It came in a little bit closer over the outside corner and made it in there for a call strike. So I think I can't tell if that's 16 or 18 on the scoreboard. Swing and a miss right there, and that'll be the end of the inning and a half right here, and Cordell has the 18-0 lead. We'll hear from our sponsors and be right back. And as we come back to the wooden bat tournament here at Hobart, Oklahoma, batting for the Hobart Bearcats will be number 2, Squires. Couldn't read the writing. I'm saying Squires. It may be Squares. I'm not sure what it is, but that's my interpretation of the scribbling. Not saying it's the coach's fault or my fault, but we get the third copy on a 3-page outfit, so doesn't come through quite as well. Oh, there's a good swing and a miss. Good cut at that one by Squires or Squares. Suarez, I don't know. Squires is what I'm going to call it. And because the next one's Harmon, I don't have first names, and I'm bad about that. I like to have first names and positions. I got positions and numbers and everything, but I like to be able to pronounce first name and last name. So number 2, playing second baseman, is Squares, and he squares for a hit. He's going to take a base on balls right here. So somebody's hollering at our pitcher. No, Danny Corbin's been standing out on base quite a bit of that last inning, so he's just getting warmed up now. He's a good pitcher, good player. Brings up Harmon for the Hobart Bearcats. Gets under that one pretty high, and Corbin calls it and takes it. Good job right there. So that'll be F1 for out number 1. F1, and Danny Corbin takes it but over between halfway down to first base on the first base side, on the right side of the field right there. So brings up Pruitt for the Hobart Bearcats, number 11. He's your left fielder. Swing and a miss the first pitch to him. Big swing and a miss right there, so not a problem. He'll be followed by Cole and then the other Shelburne. So on deck and in the hole for Hobart. That pitch, call strike right there. So I told you Corbin's just getting warmed up on the mound right there. You got to give him credit for that one, that he's going to do everything he can, and he's going to take advantage of that. And once he gets in the stride and swing, there's a swing and a miss, and he's out. He gets a strikeout. Might have got a tip of it, but is caught by the catcher, so it's out number 2. 3 up and 2 down right here. Brings up Cole for the Hobart Bearcats, number 24. He's your pitcher. He's been pitching. Oh, well, they're going to keep Squires close over there. Made him dive back into the first base and get your uniform dirty. They did it to Danny Corbin a couple times, so he's just a little retro right there. Said, if you're going to do it to me, I'm going to get you back right here. So we'll get one right here, and Cole is your number 24. He's the pitcher for the Hobart Bearcats. He's had a rough 2 innings of pitching right here. There's a swing and a miss right there. He took a good cut at that one. But is that his fault, or is it Cordell's fault for being able to hit today? Cordell had a little more, the wind's back. We got a little bit of a breeze again out of the northwest a little bit. Swing and a miss right there. So Cole's liking what he's seeing and taking some cuts at it with a runner on first base. We had a little more wind on Monday when we played at Cordell, but it's a little breeze right here today, so gentle breeze. There's a grounder to the third base side. Said, nope, we touched it. Going to keep it fair ball, so Cole gets a hit to the pitcher, and Squires goes down to second base, brings up B. Shelburne. Number 10 is B. Shelburne. So, and that's one of those, it didn't look like it was going to roll foul territory, but if you let it go another 3 feet, you're still not going to make the play. You let it roll long enough, you're not going to make a play. But you got a little anticipation. Well, we can catch this, make it work. And anyway, Hobart has runners on first and second right here. I don't think it was going to go out of bounds anyway. It was staying on the grass. Field is in good shape down here at the Hobart Field. It's well maintained. The infield is green. The outfield is brown. Just hasn't greened up yet. And I think Cordell's about the same way. A lot of times Bobby has a little overseed in rye, so it looks green, and it will get greener when the Bermuda comes out a little bit later on. But with the cool weather we've had, it prohibits the Bermuda from getting gung-ho and being out there and growing a little bit. That one pitch is just maybe a little bit over the plate for Shelburne. He kind of backed up a little bit. So it'll be 3 and 2 right here, full count to Shelburne. Something's got to happen on this pitch right here. And strike 3. Call strike 3. So that'll be the end of the second inning with Cordell Blue Devils leading 16-1. We'll be right back. Well, as we come back to live action right here, it'll be Cordell Blue Devils. It'll be Scout Regier takes his first pitch and grounds it to the third baseman. That's what it was, yep. He grounds out to third baseman, and then the first pitch to Cameron Rivera will fly out to the second baseman. So as we start this one off, that'll be Scout Regier will we'll go 5-3 for out number 1, and then Cameron Rivera goes F4 for out number 2. So 2 quick pitches and 2 quick outs for the Cordell Blue Devils. But when you've got a pretty good lead, they're trying to hit them a little bit more right here. And like I said, the pitching change that we had, we took Bynum off of first base and moved him to the pitching mound, and Cole, who had been pitching, goes over to first base to take over that position. So most teams and stuff, you're going to play somewhere, and the more positions you play, the better knowledge you have. Danny Schmidt in here, and he swings at that one, swing and a miss right here from Bynum. So Danny Schmidt's the batter for the Cordell Blue Devils. That's call strike 2. So on deck is Blaine Larson, to be followed by Shane Perkins. 2-2's the count right here to Danny Schmidt. And the Cordell Blue Devils lead this one here in the top of the third inning. And there's a bouncing ball to the third baseman. He barehands it, throws it to first, and it goes to the screen. Said, nope, don't worry about it, Danny. Just stay right here. And there's probably an error on the – no. He barehanded it, made a good throw. He was wide right and wide left on the throw to the first baseman, so the first baseman couldn't retract his feet enough to get back and make the catch right up. Brings up Blaine Larson for the Cordell Blue Devils with Danny Schmidt on the base paths at first base. So that one bounces into the home plate area. So Blaine Larson takes the first pitch is a ball to Blaine Larson. Shane Perkins will be on deck. Danny Corbin in the hole for the Cordell Blue Devils. So as we get ready for the next pitch right here, that one is so far inside, it's on his backside, and Blaine Larson takes one for the team right here. Hit by a pitch. So Danny Schmidt goes down to second. Blaine Larson goes down to first. Take one for the team right there. Good job for Blaine Larson. Shane Perkins steps to the plate for the Cordell Blue Devils. Shane got runners on first and second. Need to bring them around a little bit. He got under that one and pops it up. Comes back. Never heard it land back behind us right here. So probably out to the street right there. No problem. So that'll be Shane Perkins. Danny Corbin. Danny Corbin on deck for the Cordell Blue Devils. And the pitcher is Bynum for Hobart. The throw back there gets away from the second baseman. That's a late start on the deal right there. That gets away from the throw from center field to the third baseman is an overthrow. And so Danny Schmidt, he steals third base. The overthrow goes down, and he gets to score for the Cordell Blue Devils. And so this puts Blaine Larson is down on second base for the Cordell Blue Devils, and Shane Perkins is your batter. Shane Perkins stands in here ready for the pitch from Bynum. And as he looks, waits, there's a line drive to the shortstop, scoops it, and it's still on the ground. Scoops it, and it would not go into his glove right there, so Shane Perkins gets a hit to the shortstop because you trying to time that and make that hop and stuff, and you go down for it, and you make a good scoop and come up to throw, and the ball's not in your glove. Where it happened, you left it in on the field right there. Brings up Danny Corbin for the Cordell Blue Devils. Big Danny sitting in here. He's your pitcher for the Cordell Blue Devils today. One of the versatile players. He can play about anywhere. He fouls that one back. Still didn't hit the Cordell bus right behind us right here. Didn't hit the building, but it landed out in the street. So Danny Corbin fouls that one back. JD will be on deck, and Caden will be in the hole for the Cordell Blue Devils. with Cordell leading, 19 to 1. There's another foul ball back to the screen right here. Got a nice ballpark for the Hobart Bearcats. They've got a nice, good fence out there. They got a covered seating area here, and we've always talked about that, Cordell. If you can get that done, but being at the airport, you got to have a lot of FAA regulations to get a lot of that approved, which doesn't mean it couldn't happen, but it's going to take quite a bit of effort for it to happen. It'd just be thankful you got the lights and the seating we do have. Foul ball to the left side for Danny Corbin. Goes to the Hobart coach right there in front of his dugout, and then it's relayed out to the pitching mound right here. So we just have to be appreciative. We've got such a nice complex out at the airport with the soccer fields, the softball field, the small baseball fields, the peewees and midget baseball fields, plenty of soccer fields, nice baseball field and everything. So at some point in time they may get covered seating out there. We don't know. It's been talked about for quite some time, so maybe it'll happen. You never know. There's another foul ball. Still can't hit the bus. Missing everything. Danny Corbin's getting them over the backstop right here, but the count is still a couple strikes, 2-2 maybe, and with runners on first and second for the Cordell Blue Devils. Cordell has a major lead in this ball game, and we're only in the third inning. There's a line drive between the shortstop and third baseman. Going to go ahead and score right here. Going to come on in, no problem. And good job right there. Blaine Larson scores. He had to put the wheels down and get with the program right there, and he scored from second base. Shane Perkins will stay at second. Danny Corbin gets the hit into left field. He'll stay at first. Brings up J.D. J.D. Maddox is your batter for the Cordell Blue Devils. J.D. Maddox will be here. And I saw Bobby here, and I'm sure everybody's here to take pictures of the whole shooting match, and you should have some new pictures available online from Charlinda. She does a good job taking pictures for everybody. So JD's your batter. Caden will be on deck. There's a line drive into center field. Center field just stands there, moves to his left 2 steps, and JD will fly out to center field. Well hit ball for out number 3. So after 2.5 innings of play, it's Cordell 18, Hobart 1. And as we come back to the wooden bat tournament, first pitch is hit into shallow center field right here by your leadoff batter, Shelburne. First pitch from Danny Corbin. Nice pitch, and just in front of the center field one and in on the grass out there way behind second base. So nice hit into 8 for Shelburne. Brings up Bynum for the Hobart Bearcats. Bynum, he could be getting in the roll down. Nope. He stole second base. He said, if you're not going to pay attention, I'm going to go right here. And so by the time Danny Corbin saw what he was doing, he just threw to first. But the relay from first to second wasn't in time, and so Shelburne steals second base. So it's like his hit got him down there. There's a throw down to second, try to get him taking 2 or 3 steps off. Danny Corbin being your pitcher, they made him dig in the dirt several times when he was on the base pass, so they're just going to make sure that this one's going to happen the same way. So your batter is Bynum. Bynum squares for the bunt, pulls back, and stolen third base right here. There's nobody covering third. They've done that twice now today. Is the third baseman is cheating in. He's not cheating in. If you square for the bunt, you're supposed to cover short, and he came in quite a ways. So if your shortstop's not covering over on third, then there's nobody there. So Shelburne said, if they're not going to cover the base, I'm going to steal third. So he stole second, and he stole third. Good heads-up base running by the Hobart Bearcats. Okay, now Bynum, the batter for the Hobart Bearcats. Line drive into shallow left field. Bounces in front of the left fielder, relayed back in. So 1 run will score. Shelburne will score. He scored twice for the Hobart Bearcats. And we'll give Bynum a hit and an RBI as he goes down to first base. Brings up Jones. Number 9, Jones. Jones is the batter. Uniform looks pretty clean. The helmet looks pretty shiny. Got to get him on the base pass and get a little dirt on that uniform, so Mom will have something to clean tonight when he gets home from the ballpark. Pitched a little bit outside by Corbin. You've seen him do this third inning right here, and usually the first one or two, by the time he gets to the second batter or the third batter, he's throwing a little more fire, a little more smoke, a little better control right here, and that's what that one was, a swing and a miss by Jones, and Corbin is back in control of his pitches again. Jarvis is on deck with Squires in the hole for the Hobart Bearcats. Low and away is the pitch right here. It should be 3-1 or 2-1 for the Hobart Bearcats. 3-1, I think, right here. I haven't seen the signal yet. And Danny Corbin. And that's what's amazing. Danny's sitting here, goes right back to him and get the lead runner right here. Danny Corbin gets the lead runner on a fielder's choice right here for out number 1. So Jones gets a hit to the pitcher, and he'll go to first, but Bynum gets thrown out at second on a fielder's choice because Danny Corbin's in an interesting situation. He's standing in the sunshine, and the batter is in the shade. So anything going into there, it makes the color differential makes a little bit of difference. You've got to be aware of where the ball's at, whether it's in the daylight or the sunlight shine or in the shade. One way or the other, you still got to be able to hit it. And there's a hit between third and shortstop right here. So Hobart now has runners on first and second. Good job right there by Jarvis as he gets a hit into 7. So Jones will go up to second, and Jarvis will be at first. Brings up Squires for the Hobart Bearcats. Number 2, he is your second baseman. Number 2 on his jersey, and it makes it a little bit difficult on your pitcher too. That's a changeup right there. Danny Corbin is a changeup pitch right there because the ball didn't have near the speed on it that the previous pitches had. So changeup right there, and so it took a little smoke off of that one basically. Square for the bunt. There's nobody at third base again, so that will be a stolen base by Jones as he goes down to third base for a stolen base. And that leaves Jarvis on first base and Jones on third base. Squires is your batter with one away here in the bottom of the third inning. Nothing going on that pitch. Just a 2-1, 2-2, 2-1, 3-0, 3-0. Okay, 2-1. I was hoping for 3-0 right here is the count. 3 balls and no strikes. That one's right over the plate. Call strike one. Yeah, took a little off of that one. That's a nice little reach and throw right there. So runner stayed on first and third for the Hobart Bearcats. And now the runner from first is going. And let him have that one. 3-2. The batter started the pitch his bat away. He said, I thought that was a ball. Nope. 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runners on second and third for the Hobart Bearcats here in the top in the third inning. That one's good catch by Larson right there. So that's the second and third out right there. Good job right there by Larson. So that will be F6 for 2 and 3 right there. So after 3 complete innings of play, that's a run rule. Cordell Blue Devils win this one by a score of 18-2, I believe is what I've got on the scoreboard. We're going to wrap it up. We're not going to stay for the next ball game, but you got an opportunity to come on down here on a beautiful evening to watch the Cordell Blue Devils take on the Hydro team, I believe it is. And we'll hear from our sponsors and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Hobart Wooden Bat Tournament right here. The Cordell Blue Devils win their first ball game here by a score of 18-2 over the Hobart Bearcats. Cordell will move on in the winners bracket. They're scheduled to play Hydro at 6:40. We're not going to be able to stay and bring you that ball game, but I just want you to go by and tell your sponsors for making this all possible. We can't bring all the ball games to you, but we like to bring the ball games to you that we can. Like I said, there's soccer match going on in Cordell. If that's available for you to go up by and see that. Then on Friday, track will be at Sweetwater. Golf will be at Weatherford. Then on Monday, baseball, Sayre comes to town for a high school game. Junior high will travel to Sayre. Then on Tuesday, track will be at Clinton. Soccer will be versus have a match against Heritage Hall. And then baseball will be playing Mangum at Cordell. So the Wooden Bat Tournament here at Hobart continues, and Cordell will have another ball game this evening. Let me see what the... Then there's another game after that one. So if you want to come down and watch some baseball tonight, that's available down here at Hobart. I'm not going to be able to bring you the next ball games, but the... Oh, hold on. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I'm back here again. Hobart Wooden Bat Tournament. We're going to wrap it up here from Cordell. Cordell wins the first game for the Blue Devils against the Hobart Bearcats, 18-2. Cordell will play another game this evening. Then tomorrow they'll be back here tomorrow